Last week, Royal Enfield opened a new flagship store at Moto Machine in Clyde. If you're a Royal Enfield fan, then it's definitely worth checking out. To celebrate the opening, both the Royal Enfield CEO, B.Govindarajan or BGR, and Anuj, the head of business for the APAC region, came along, and I took the opportunity to ask the guys a couple of questions. And hang about to the end of the video because we have an answer from BGR to the question that seems to be the one that you guys always comment on. So my first question was to BGR, and we spoke about what was the first bike that he ever rode.
The first bike which I had in 1994-95 when I joined Royal Enfield was a Bullet motorcycle. At that point of time, I was about 53 kg, a thin, tall guy, and just got married at that point of time. So me and my wife, when we were going, my wife was telling, "Are you sure you can handle this motorcycle?" I said, "Well, let me try. Let's get onto the motorcycle." So reluctantly, she got onto the motorcycle. We were just going. The first time with your young wife, when you're going, you just passed the signal. The police guy who actually stopped you. And then he said, "Oh man, young guy, you are actually passing the signal and that's not on." He said, "What are you doing?" I said, "Yes, I just joined Royal Enfield and I manage the modernization of the Royal Enfield manufacturing systems. And here is a motorcycle which they gave me. This is the first time I'm going with my wife." He said, "You work for Royal Enfield? Cool, go, no problem." So that's the first motorcycle which I'll never remember in life.
That's the trick to get out.
I then asked BGR, from your last 25 years at Royal Enfield, which bike release are you most proud of?
At Royal Enfield, as we mentioned, we don't do too many things. We do very few things because less is more is the philosophy of the organization. If you have to ask me, which is the first motorcycle which changed the perception of the company, the twin platform which we wanted to bring in, because that was the first when we had our UK Tech Center and India Tech Center coming together, the whole team was building. And it was something like this product have to come out so good that globally it should get accepted. So when I launched, at that point of time, Sid came back and then told me that, "Hey Govind, I think we really cracked the code and the motorcycle got accepted very well." I think that is etched into my head. If you do the right things and you are at it, you'll be successful.
Okay, so tough question, but I asked BGR if he could only pick one bike from the Royal Enfield range, which one would it be?
That's very difficult to actually tell me which kid is very lovely to me type. Having said, I think I like adventure touring. So if I'm given a chance that you pick up this, probably I'll pick the new Himalayan, and which I already own one. Because being the CEO, I'm entitled to test the motorcycles, which I do. I'll buy one and I'll keep it. But incidentally, I must tell you, when we were actually conceiving the new Himalayan, the D platform Himalayan testing, we were doing back to back, and we were testing it in all the Himalayas along with Siddharth, myself, and our top management team for about 5-7 days. I've decided to buy even the old Himalayan, so that I'll retain it as it is, and then say I have both with me. So bit of an adventure feel which is there. I don't want to make it die, so that's what the motorcycle which I'll buy.
So my next question was for Anuj, and I asked him how important to Royal Enfield are stores like this new one here at Moto Machine.
So this, what you see around is something magical, isn't it? This is one of its kind store in the world. It's among the biggest store and the most lifestyle stores that Royal Enfield has across the world. So for us, it's a great pleasure to have a store like this, which just brings together the whole community, the whole feel. Apart from just motorcycle, this is truly a lifestyle place. That's how tastefully Dave has done it. So big thanks to the dealer principal who envisioned this to be like this.
Also, are there any plans for more stores in the region?
So look, after last 9 years when we entered this place, we have been growing in our dealer base, we have been expanding. And great thing is that a lot of the new dealers are opening more and more exclusive stores. That clearly tells us how the brand is doing in this country. I think we will open up few more stores like this, but we'll make sure the dealers are happy opening it. They stay invested emotionally, financially, but they're profitable. That's what the topmost priority for us as well.
Royal Enfield has such a rich heritage. So my next question was, what excites you about the future of the brand and where will your focus be?
See, for example, brand Royal Enfield, because we are about 123-year-old startup. That's what we say. We are a very agile company, and we are fundamentally because we listen to the consumer. When you listen to the consumer and live the life of the consumer along with them, ride along with them, be the part of the community, it really helps. And we are very open about it. We made a mistake, we screwed it up, we'll go back and then say we screwed it up. That's what we are. So all along, we have been saying the pure motorcycling is the fundamental. Our focus also have to be in middleweight. And I somehow feel, though in India, we have a market share of about 90%. Outside India, our market share is only about 8-9%. So there's a huge scope in which we can actually get into the international markets. Currently, if I had to tell you where from the confidence is coming, we just thought that we will have a riders club in Europe. And when we announced it, about 14,500 people signed up to that. It means the brand is getting accepted. We are working on a brand building exercise. And as of now, we have almost about 1,050 outlets outside India and about 2,000 and odd in India. So that can also grow. And we have all the platforms from a single platform. We have 3 platforms and the new products which has been launched and which are going to be launched. We feel that there is a huge potential for Royal Enfield to take the entire motorcycling world for a surprise.
BGR is on the board of Stark Future and Royal Enfield owns about an 11% share of the company. I wanted to know how Stark Future and Royal Enfield are working together, and is there any plan to release an electric Royal Enfield?
We saw a lot of similarities in the thinking between us as company Royal Enfield and Stark Motorcycles. That's why we invested into that company. Currently, what is happening is we have a technical collaboration. We are working on what Stark can add value to us and what we can add value back to the Stark, especially in lightweighting, performance, modular design. Stark is helping us in thinking through. We help Stark in terms of scale, manufacturing, supply chain, and what are the issues which have to be there. How do we do a ramp up and all this? Because Stark is a startup. So it's a collaborative work, and we are there for long term, and our relationship is building and over the period of time. You will see some good motorcycles from Royal Enfield also.
I read an article a few years ago from Siddharth Lal, who said Royal Enfield wanted to dominate the mid-capacity segment of the market. And I think it's safe to say that they've achieved that. So I asked BGR, where do you want Royal Enfield to be in the next 10 years?
The world is actually moving from a very higher motorcycle to come down. Nobody wants that the motorcycle is taking control of me. I should control the motorcycle. So the people are actually coming down from the big, intimidating motorcycle to very accessible, aspirational motorcycle. And there is also a set of guys who are actually looking at, I don't want a commuting motorcycle from a point A to point B. There's no character. So I just need to upgrade myself, which has a cool brand. So Royal Enfield is there in the sweet spot in the middleweight. And we will continue to focus on the middleweight because we strongly believe as a team that there is a huge potential for the middleweight. And we don't believe in actually taking a pie out of whatever the market which is available. We always believe in how do we build the whole culture of motorcycling and how do we actually create a market. And that's what is a success for us in India. And that's what is the success and the confidence which we have that we will create that once again in the outside market also in India.
I was hoping they'd give us some inside information on what's coming up for Royal Enfield.
We launched the K platform on our new Himalayan. And there will be motorcycles which will be coming on the K platform itself. Because we always look at, when we are consuming a platform, we look at it, this platform can render to what are the genre of motorcycles and which are all the adjacencies which are available and what sort of an experience it actually can give it to the consumers. So you will see many motorcycles which will be coming from the Royal Enfield stable.
So every time we do a video on the Himalayan, we get so many comments saying that it's Himalayan, not Himalayan. So let's set the record straight once and for all.
It is Himalayan. Thank you very much.
Well, I hope that clears it up for everyone, so I'll continue to call it a Himalayan. The store opening was cool and the new store looks incredible. Check out this video up here on the store opening from Rob at Throttle Down Under, and this one down here on BGR's favourite bike in the range, the new Himalayan 450.